Grenoble is a tiny village in southeastern France in the heart of the French Alps. I came across it because I saw a post on Reddit, honestly. I was looking for a small village where I could get some writing done, and this is month 2 of my solo travel journey, so I really just wanted somewhere that could be peaceful and that I could explore and that would just be fresh and new. Even on an overcast day like my first day here, the mountains were insane. The entire village is just in this little cusp nestled right between them, and in the clouds you could see the large mountain in the distance poking through. The area is extremely walkable, and honestly that was one of my top criteria when looking for a place, which wasn't very hard in France or most of Europe like it is back home in America for me. But anywhere I wanted to go here I could walk. The entire city was very small, but there was so much to do. People were biking everywhere and cars were just on the main road. Otherwise it was mostly like the streets were made for pedestrians. One of my favorite hobbies is just to go get coffee and write, and so that is what I did. And I found this amazing little bookstore that I could write in and get an espresso and a piece of bread, and it was perfect. And even though the city was small and it was a random weeknight, I randomly stumbled upon this big event that looked like it had just so many people, a lot of young people too, and they were selling art. They were drinking beer, there was just like a craft fair going on, I don't know, but I really enjoyed it, and it's just so fun when you can stumble upon something like this. That's why I love walking around everywhere. Then on the other side of town, which was really only like a 10-minute walk away, there's this beautiful square that's just surrounded by these really regal-looking buildings. One of them is an old archival library that unfortunately was closed when I was there, but just the way that this city planning is all set out, that there's so many green spaces for people to enjoy outside, so many beautiful flowers, so many beautiful views, I was obsessed with it. And I also had a really fun time looking in the windows of all these bookstores at all the French covers, because for some reason I feel like they're just so much more artsy than the American covers, and they just look so much more aesthetically pleasing, I don't know. I also loved how even in like the most condensed, busiest urban area of this city, there's just a trolley going straight through that people will walk on the tracks and just try not to get hit by. And other thing, there's always, I noticed, every French city I've been to so far has had a little merry-go-round in their downtown area, and I think it's so cute. But then Grenoble specifically has these really famous cable cars, literally called the Bubbles in English, and it's so cute. They go right over the river, and I was too scared to go in it, but I loved watching them. That tunnel was the way I just had to come through to get to my Airbnb, and then I went up this hill, and I was given 2 keypads and a key and a code and everything, but I got in, and it's beautiful up there. I'll show a bunch of videos of it. And now I have the time to go explore Grenoble. It's so cute already. It's a little mountain village, and there's so many flowers and vines and trees everywhere. I love it. Excuse my appearance, by the way. I've been having really bad allergic reactions, so I can't wear any makeup on my face, which kind of sucks, but you know, life is good right now, so can't complain. Here's just a quick tour of the way that I took to get to my Airbnb. This is after I had it figured out, so you can not have to go through the confusion like I did, but this was probably the most interesting way I've ever gotten to an Airbnb. And my amazing Airbnb host is not just an Airbnb host, but a super talented artist, and I was so lucky to be able to witness all of her art in this space. weather was seriously so perfect in Grenoble, but I did have a train booked, so I had to keep going on to the next destination, which was another little town I'd heard about in France that was only about an hour away, and so I'm continuing on with my journey, solo traveling through Europe. And I feel like it's just brought me so much peace and growth, and I would recommend anyone who's thinking about it to just give it a try, because why not?